you know, digital was going crazy, but now you can't go into a record store and take a stack out of there without spending $1,000.
Yeah.
True.
It's kind of tough.
True. What like what changed? That's what I want to know.
The popularity of it.
That's,
You know?
It's the whole, and I noticed this with everything. It's kind of like earlier when we were talking about the Brock thing,
mm-hmm.
and you guys were like Eddie Guerrero, last guy to beat Brock and all this stuff, and it's like people don't give a shit about Roman Reigns and all this stuff now. It's shoving down everybody's throats.
Yeah.
And so I think that's
Roman
kind of
needs some time
the deal with music, is that all this stuff is so polished and all this stuff and
Played out.
it's played out, and so people are like, you know, vinyl's got a certain sound to it, it's got a certain deal. I think that's why people are in all the old, the quote unquote old stuff.
Yeah. I like the sound of vinyl better than a fucking CD. You know what I mean? I prefer. Plus, it doesn't get as damaged as easy. You know what I mean?
Too.
So I don't know. I just like the way the shit sounds. I like the sound of it way better. This
Well,
is a totally different sound.
and what's great is there's a lot of these places, and I've noticed this happening a lot all over Kansas. I have these places that'll do these vinyl nights. And
that'd be tight.
They did a few of those. They did a few in when I was still living in Salina. They had a couple bookstores that were like, "Oh, we're gonna try it," and they didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal. And there was like people showing up in droves because they're like, "Yeah,
that'd be fucking great." Yeah, I know you did a couple of them.
Organized 2 now here in the last 2
Yeah.
months
At the Needle, yeah.
On Monday night. And I'm getting ready to announce the new one on Central Kansas Vinyl Collectors Group, which is
that's awesome."
That's
kind
fucking
of
awesome.
a pretty big
That's
deal
awesome.
here that was started by a friend of mine, Mike Rumbeck, and me and another friend kind of got the whole thing going, and we're up to almost 1,000 members now. And our last vinyl night went great. I mean, we had a article in the newspaper, so a lot of people showed up because of that. And yeah,
That's awesome.
We'll be getting that event up here soon. So
Hell yeah.
And see, that's the thing. People just, you know, they don't want all this new stuff. And
Where are you gonna
all this
do it?
old crap. It's like
we're still holding it at the wrestling meter.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We got a thing worked out where we can kind of pick and choose whatever Monday we want. And of course, they got beer and burger specials. And
yeah, they always got food going. And
Fuck yeah.
That sounds great.
This shit sounds
That
awesome.
sounds
just
like a fun ass time.
Oh yeah.
And then the idea too, kind of where we got it. It's kind of like an open mic with vinyl, you know.
Yeah.
So anybody can bring in. 5
You bring your
records
vinyl
with them.
in, slap it down. They got
Like,
the
so
decks
And
going.
you got to
A
spin.
different member will bring a system every week, so that's kind of cool. You get to see, you know. I'll bring an old Pioneer receiver from the late 70s with a nice turntable.
See, look at that.
2
That's sick.
Altec.
That shit is great.
That's
That's
sick.
so classic.
And see, this
I
is
love it.
I was listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about back in I think it was '94. WCW did a pay-per-view called the Legends Reunion. Slamboree
Slamboree.
had Lou Thez and all these guys there. They didn't sell any tickets. They couldn't fucking sell tickets. Couldn't give the fucking tickets away to this thing. And it's like, but you do that now, people will be like, I'm down.
Instantly.
All for it.
Instantly.
And so it's like back then, I'm sure there's a shit ton of people that had vinyl records, all the stuff. And they're like, vinyl records now. Like he's saying, you can't get out of a record store without fucking spending
Shit's
a
crazy.
shit ton of money. And it's because people want that old stuff, man.
Yeah, he showed me a 45, and damn thing was like $90 or something. I was like, God damn.
Guys are going nuts right now. I mean, 10, 12 years ago, this shit was just given to you.
Yeah.
And the prices just skyrocket.
I remember like garage sales back in the day when I was living in McPherson. People would have garage sales, and they would just have they'd be selling their couches and shit, but then they'd have like boxes and boxes of old vinyl records, and they're just like, just free, take it. We just want to get it out of here. And it's like now, people are like, I'm about to mortgage my house because I bought some vinyl the other week. So I got to mortgage my house and I got to put my car up for sale now.
There is a collection in Wichita.
It's like
7,000 records today and over like 8,000.
See, look at that shit.
It sold for almost $15,000.
Good Lord.
Well, that's like, oh God, where was that? It's now like an employment agency. But I remember on Main Street here in Hutch, there used to be an old record store, and this guy had he was selling records on eBay and doing stuff.
Poor Boy Records.
Yeah.
Yep. Poor Boy Records. I remember that.
And it's like,
whatever happened to that?
I think from what I understand, I think the guy just it was cheaper to just do what he was doing out of his basement and selling stuff on eBay and doing stuff like that.
Really?
Rather than having the storefront and having the utilities and all the shit and so.
Sims.
Yeah.
And he's still around.
I think he's still around and. See, look at that.
Yeah, this motherfucker's connected to everybody. He's about to open a store too. So like,
see,
yeah,
see, that's the thing. It is like back in the day, towards the end there for Poor Boy Records. I'm sure there was a lot of people who just like, yeah, it's a record store, not a big deal. But I mean, you open that now, people are gonna be like, oh fuck, it's a record store. Right. So, it's like with your festival.
Yeah. I'm ready for it.
Where people are like, yeah, we could go to the bar and, watch 2 or 3 bands, pay $5 a pop, whatever. And then he's got this festival, he's got everybody coming. And
I think this festival's gonna change the game, especially for us as artists and as producers and engineers, and then him as a DJ. Like, this is gonna open up so many more opportunities for like features, videos, hosting events for them guys, you know what I mean, being their fucking sound guy and their DJ, all that at their shows. So this is gonna be more of a, how I want to say it, more of a musical job fair almost, really, than
musical job
more than
fair.
anything, because it'll be like the ultimate networking camp, you know what I mean? Because everybody will be right there in one place.
Yeah.
Then you have Kurt Cobain come down. You have all these DJs.
Oh,
you have all the food trucks coming.
Get Spawn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be fucking tight. I just want to see him and Spawn meet each other and fucking go hard. Cause
DJ Money.
Yeah, get all these guys
Gabby
together.
G.
Like, you know what I mean? That shit will be so fucking fun, man. It's gonna be tight. I don't plan on being done by 2 o'clock. I just want it to end, Cause shit, we'll still have the after party.
It's just a good marketing.
Damn right. 2 to 2. It just sounds easy. It reminds me of the old when Bob Barker and them used to have the old show and stuff, and see you in 2 and 2. Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah, that was my shit. Love it.
But yeah, I think it'll be something else.
Man, and speaking of the vinyl, they had a vinyl get together the other day over at the Salt City Brewery thing.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And man, and I bought my fucking Kenny G album, my G-Force. Oh, I'm so happy about it. I actually listened to it last night, man. It sounds so perfect. Oh man, it's great. But yeah, man, shit. If anybody needs beats, anybody need vinyl, call these
beats
guys.
And vinyl, baby.
These guys.
Beats and vinyl, baby.
Beats.
That's how it works.
Vinyl. Beats and vinyl. They'll get you in there. If you guys need a good feature, I'll let that guy. You know what I'm saying? So
you know,
Starstruck and Barry Yorty, they'll get you in the game.
Get you in the game.
Get you in the game.
Now, you know, we always love on this show, especially when me and 40 get together. We always got to talk about all the shenanigans and all the craziness that goes on with members of the music community.
Yes.
You know what I think is funny is you're having a festival at the Sand Hills Event Center, and we're talking about, you know, all the smoker fights and pro wrestling and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the time that Keyboy was performing on a wrestling show at the Sand Hills Event Center?
Yes, and he got body slammed. Don in the house. What's good with you, bro? Don's in there. Joining in the talk.
Old Keyboy. They invited him to show up to perform during intermission. So he gets in the ring and
Don Buzz on the screen.
Don in the building. Look at that. Getting it in.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what's funny is that if on this Facebook Live stuff, if you market this stuff good enough, if you got a good enough following, you'll get more calls and more people on your Facebook Live than most radio stations in the country get.
we here at the station, Don. We over here doing our thing, man. What you been up to?
It's old Don, man.
Oh, you need to come out here and holler at Jiggy, man.
but yeah, Keyboy's performing during the intermission, and at the end of it, he calls out the guys from the back. Because I guess he supposedly went through wrestling training for a little bit at one time.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'll wrestle anybody in the back. So a lot of these guys are like old school guys. They're like, okay, let's go. So they hit the ring. And Keyboy, they went to lock up with Keyboy, and Keyboy's not moving. And they're like, you're going to make us look bad.
Yeah.
And so he's like not working with him, so they just pick his dumb ass up and body slam him.
Slam the shit out of him, too. Slam the
They're like, if you want to go the hard way.
I saw so many statuses after that go, like, instantly. But Keyboy just got fucking laid out. I was like, what is going on? So I called up there, and they were like, dude, he just power slammed the shit out of him. I was like, what? I was like, I thought he was supposed to be rapping during the
intermission. He was rapping during intermission.
Like, I don't know if he can talk. Like, that's all bad.
But yeah, you know, you've got this festival. You got food trucks. You got the
and we're doing the food trucks.
DJs.
The food trucks are gonna be cool. That's one thing I'm excited about because I don't eat to live. I live to eat.
You just like food. That's why.